In this first of many episodes in this series, we yank a much neglected 1600 dual port of an old derelict Beetle. Then we ran it on the dyno to see how it compared to the original stock horsepower rating. As you're about to see, we ran into a few issues we had to solve.
That's putting it mildly.
We have no advance whatsoever.
We also did a dyno pull to see how much horsepower we would gain by taking off the fan generator belt.
What an eye-opener.
So, let's dive right in. You're watching Building VW Power at Seward Speed Shop. Well, there she is.
So does it run?
It's got really good tires. and the dash is still all there. Push it off and
Brakes
push
or
it
no
in.
brakes?
Oh, there's no brakes.
Good.
Well, I think one brake works, but
Oh, wow.
So don't stand behind it.
Okay. Good. It's the moment of truth, Mark. Is your car gonna fold in half or go
Oh
up?
my God. We'll see.
It hasn't broken half yet?
No.
There we go.
Oh, that looks very, very thin.
It was water.
Yes. Okay, just to bring you up to speed, we took the dipstick out, checked it, and it's way, way over on the oil, but most of that we determined is gasoline for some reason. So yeah, it's super thin.
The first drain was just straight water.
Was it water?
And it's draining really weird.
It's not oil-like. It's tight? Is it why do you think it's so tight?
This is tight.
It worked fine until you touched it.
I'm telling you, man.
Huh, well it turned over really fast.
Yeah?
When the battery was good, yeah. Just bloop, 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 started right off.
This thing got that much compression?
Oh yeah, this is at least like 14, I'm guessing. It's a freaking race engine, dude.
Must be. It must be.
This is not factory.
No.
It? And have you ever seen anything like this?
I've seen it before. I have no idea who manufactured it. I don't know anything about it. Looks new.
So this is racing shit.
Oh, this is serious. I mean, it's got a K&N air filter.
It does, so that's 10 horsepower
At
right
least. Well, and it's chrome, so maybe 15.
And a degreed wheel they put on.
It just goes on and on and on.
No oil filler cap.
Well, not currently, but
Yeah,
we're getting there. Aftermarket carburetor.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about it.
It looks Chinese.
It's definitely
looks
Chinese.
Amazon.
It came with a spacer. So usually when they come with a spacer, it's something between like a 37 and a 30 or a 39 millimeter.
Oh, okay. So it's
The stock 34 doesn't come with a spacer.
Okay, I got you.
From what I've seen. Right now, let's just see if it runs.
Yeah, as long as this fuel line doesn't
Explode,
that is about
break.
as brittle as you can get for a fuel line. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Let's stand back.
But for a possibility of a fire, it'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
We'll leave it.
Fire
We're gonna leave it.
extinguishers anywhere?
Oh, they're lined. You
got a hose?
You can see them all.
You got a hose?
Yeah, we got about 250 gallons of water right
just
there.
get some cups.
Yeah, just start hosing it down. We're
There
good.
you go.
We're good.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting ready to fire.
Oh, we're close. We're not far.
Getting some fuelage going to it. And of course, in this racing application, we're what, 104 octane or something?
Probably 110.
110.
Yeah, we'll put the good stuff in this. I mean, this one deserves all the good stuff. So.
Has all that oil drained out yet?
No, it's
still dripping.
It's still dripping.
It's about 10 minutes or so, and it looked like a mixture of oil and gas. And
It was
maybe
oil,
water.
gas, and water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a pretty solid combo.
Oh yeah. Somebody really formulated that nice for us.
Well, when you buy an old jalopy, that's probably what you're going to find in it. You know,
I betcha. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, and who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows where it was sitting? Whether the hood was open and water got in somehow or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's hard to believe that water would enter in through the K&N, but
Yeah, because K&N is pretty top.
and you have a convertible deck lid with a proper rain catcher, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't understand.
Sabotage.
Oh.
Gotta be.
Oh.
The competition. Who's our competition?
The competition.
Oh, yeah. We're getting punchy. I think it's all that gas and that freaking oil
Yeah,
that
no
I'm
kidding.
smelling.
No kidding. No kidding.
So in a nutshell, how does, this is a water dyno. How
This
does
is
that,
a water brake dyno. Yep.
so that puts a load on?
Yeah, it's as easy as it gets. So, water tank, control valve. This has a flapper in it, and it restricts or adds more water to the brake itself to load the engine. This is basically a torque converter. Uses water to create resistance.
Just as if you were driving off a stop line.
Rolling down the road. The resistance is measured by this load cell, and all it does is just push down. The harder it pushes down, it measures the amount of torque, and
awesome.
now we know what kind of power we're laying down. Huge power with this one.
Oh, this is going to be outrageous.
power.
I hope it holds up.
I hope the dyno holds.
Yes, I wonder if it goes up to the amount of RPMs that we're planning on this thing
What are we
turning.
testing this at today? 7, 8,
Oh, at least
9?
Oh,
Yeah.
No limit.
Yeah, sounds good to me. What kind of horsepower do we think it's going to make?
Yeah. Now, what stock? 1970.
Okay, so
1600?
1970 should be somewhere around like 58 horsepower.
Okay.
But we've got some real high performance stuff on here. We've got aftermarket exhaust.
Yeah, this is a racing engine.
Yeah, and we've got definitely a high performance Chinese carburetor.
Oh yeah, that's gonna flow good.
The K&N air filter.
Yep. Oh, it does. We didn't tell them that it does have an aftermarket electronic ignition.
It does. My actual thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know how many miles are on this thing.
We don't know anything about it.
No.
It turns over tight.
Yes, so hopefully it even starts.
Right. It was tight to the. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm thinking 40, 42.
42.
Yeah, because I'm not very optimistic
Okay.
about this thing. I'm gonna go with 42. How about you?
I feel a lot more optimistic than you do.
Do you really? Well, maybe.
I'm gonna up you 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So 52,
I think it's gonna make 52.
right off the bat.
Oh yeah, first hit.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to 40.
48.
All right, I'm gonna stick with what I have.
You said 42.
Okay, I'll stick with 42. I'm 42. You're 48.
I'm 48.
Let's see if this thing even starts.
I'm gonna go hook up the ignition.
Okay.
This should be ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Let's just see if it cranks. Oh gosh.
Oh,
I wasn't ready. It's gonna try to start.
It is. Oh my God! Yeah.
Kinda sounds okay.
Yeah. How's the oil pressure?
How about it? Oil pressure's actually there.
Oh, good.
We're oil pressure right here.
So 52, 53.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke. Is that just
A lot of
because
smoke.
it's running rich, or you think oil, or both?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a 2-cycle.
It might be. It might be. So let's see if it even idles. Okay, it does idle. Yeah. About 1,100 RPMs. That's it right
Wow.
there.
Maybe this is a keeper.
This might be.
Ow! That was power. Man, is it smoking, dude. Look in there. You can barely see the engine.
So it made 32.
32. So we
Is
were
that oil or is that gas?
I don't know, but it was black. Both very optimistic about the horsepower.
Okay, what do? Do we see if like now it's warmed up? Should we try that again?
Yeah, let's do it again. What's the worst that could happen? No, we're still.
Okay, torque torque's going up, but horsepower, torque was at 68, but we're still 31 horse.
Yeah. You know, we never checked the timing on that.
We have not checked the timing. We have no idea where that carburetor's set.
Yeah, let's let some of the smoke clear before we go in there. Because it's pretty bad.
Holy cow.
Yeah. 31, 32.
Wow, dude.
But boy, did it smoke.
That is a lot of smoke.
That is a lot of smoke coming out of there. Yeah.
So it didn't do as well as either of you thought it would?
We're not even close.
No, not even.
We're not even close.
No, this thing would, I bet you we'd have a hard time getting it up into fourth gear. Well, we could. On a perfectly level.
On a downhill?
Yeah, it's going downhill.
You're perfectly not level. There you go.
Yeah, we could bump it up. I mean, there's got to, the smoke has me a little concerned.
That's a lot of smoke.
That's a lot of smoke. I'm wondering.
How much crud was on the top side of the pistons? Okay, that's one.
Yeah, yeah. We might have just burned it off because the guy.
Maybe this thing was like leaking down.
Yeah.
Okay, the carburetor might just be leaking down.
Now the guy I bought it from, he had it for like a year or so, and he would pull it out of his shop and pull it back in every day.
So he never did anything.
He never revved it up or anything. He just enough to pull it out and pull it back in. So maybe it got so full of shit in there.
Yeah, just loaded with.
Oh boy, that was a lot. We're starting to lose sight of the engine.
That's the most smoke I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel better about my nice pristine engine.
That means you have the biggest piece of junk he's ever seen.
That's what he's trying to say.
I was trying to say it
That's
nicely.
what he's trying to say.
Wow, that's a lot of smoke.
Oh crap. Yeah, well, let's play with the timing.
Yeah,
or at least see if it's even on. I don't know. There's so many hands have been on this, so we don't know what.
I have no idea what we have going on.
No. Okay.
Well, it can only get better from here.
You couldn't get a whole lot worse.
The rods are still inside the engine.
Yes.
We have no advance whatsoever. So I totally did I did the cardinal sin in there.
What'd you do?
So the distributor, for some reason, advances not at all. There's no advance whatsoever. It advances like 4 degrees.
Yeah, and we want it to, what, 30 or so, right?
Yeah, we need like 20 degrees in advance. And it literally advances 4 degrees. So I cranked it up to 26 degrees. Initial is sitting at 26.
Okay.
That's why we got kind of a high idle. But I advanced it to 26 so we can pull 30 just to see if we're getting somewhere where this will work or make power. So let's see.
Let's give it a shot. Here we go. .48. So timing makes a huge difference.
Timing and a little bit of carb adjustment. So let's see if we can back it up and see if we're at least consistent.
Okay. Oh, I was hoping we'd hit the 50, but we didn't. Just shy.
Were we? 49, down on torque a little bit. But 49.
It's not smoking near as bad as it used to be.
I'm thinking there was a pile of oil,
there had
gas,
to be.
and everything on top of it.
Yeah.
On top of the cylinder.
Yeah, it hadn't been revved like that for a long time.
I mean, it sounds good. One more, and then...
Sure.
Let's do one more.
we hit the 50. Oh,
49.92.
Holy cow.
So, I mean, we're 49.9. We're 50 horsepower.
Yeah.
Torque is coming down. Torque will come down a little bit as it warms up.
Okay.
So that makes sense. So the max horsepower is coming in at 3,983 RPM.
Okay.
So 4,000.
Okay, so then it starts dropping after
It's
that?
it's all done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're at 4,500 RPMs. We've already lost 3 horse.
Okay.
So it's all in at $4,000.
Gotcha.
And max torque is happening at 3,000 RPMs,
Oh,
which is exactly where Volkswagen designed it.
yeah.
Because you're driving at about 3,000, 3,200 RPMs. That's where the fan's working its
actually
best.
not a bad motor inside.
No, it's not. It's not terrible. A little tired, yes, but
That's a heck of a lot better than I thought it was going to do.
quite impressive.
It's that
actually.
muffler. It's that
I'm
exhaust.
pretty sure it's all in the exhaust system.
Yeah, and so we know the distributor's junk.
Yeah, that's not going to live.
Probably a cheap aftermarket.
We just need
You know,
something
off
to drop in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just dig up an old 009 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
See what happens.
and just see if that'll help.
Now, why do you think it was so tight to turn over earlier?
I have no idea.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much gas leaked down.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. What's in the cylinders?
Yeah. Huh. Luckily, we didn't hydrolock it if that was the case.
And we're done.
Hey, I wonder, you want to do a poll? You say you have a distributor we could throw in there? Mm-hmm. Can we do that? And let's take that, can we take the belt off?
We can do whatever you want, dude.
Yeah, as long as we don't overheat.
Oh,
But yeah, let's take the belt off and see. Let's run her again with a good distributor on
Okay.
it. And then let's take the belt off, see how much horsepower we gain by not having to turn the generator and the fan. Because drag racers do that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And it's a drag racing motor.
It's full drag race. We
Oh, it
know
is.
that.
Oh yeah, full on.
We know that.
Clearly.
Well, so much for our nice new electronic ignition somebody put in, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. And it is new. No, that's the crazy part. It is actually, it's pulling so much vacuum at idle
Oh, that it's.
that
Oh.
this can't come back down to idle.
I gotcha.
With that goofy carburetor, we're not gonna go in and try to. And besides, it needs to be all re-shimmed. It's not worth it. So
Okay.
let's not waste our time.
We're putting a points distributor in, right?
Yeah, we're going points now.
And you mentioned that there's really not a lot of a horsepower gain, probably.
From the electronic ignition, yeah, or vice versa. So we're not going to see a pickup or a change.
But at least we'll have the proper advance.
Exactly, and that's what we're trying to achieve here. And we're going from an unknown unit to an unknown unit. So who knows? Who knows what we're going to have?
I think that's what this whole entire day has been.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows? Who knows? If those points and condenser is good,
Yeah.
it'll fire. So
Now, you were explaining a second ago about the advance on that distributor we had in there.
yeah,
It was, what was going on with it? You said it was sucking too much?
okay. So this carburetor is drawing way too much vacuum. So it has that vacuum canister maxed out. So it's all in.
Oh, it's all in all the time?
Yeah. So this distributor, it has actually no mechanical. Yeah, it has. A lot of the Volkswagen distributors have air over mechanical. So, it'll mechanically advance while it's waiting for vacuum signal.
Okay.
And then the vacuum signal. This is 100% vacuum advance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
And with the aftermarket
And
larger
with this monster carb, yeah, it's just drawing too much vacuum. Now, could we have like tried to get the idle way low on here to get that? You could, but you're probably just going to start fighting it with this carburetor. So you really need to have, this vacuum port actually has a restrictor for that style distributor.
I got you.
Because that's the correct distributor for 1967, 68.
Okay.
So that carburetor, the 30 pick 3, would have a restrictor in the vacuum port.
Now, what size do you think this one is? 39?
I don't know, man. Like, it's really, really hard to tell.
Without taking it apart? Taking it off,
I mean, it's big.
But it's bigger than stock.
It's big.
Okay. So, you know, even though, you know, a bigger carb will let more air and fuel in, more power, it also causes problems out in other areas.
Exactly.
So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, and you just have to keep...
UPS is here.
Exactly.
Oh, UPS is here. Parts!
In building VW Power, we're going to show you how to squeeze every available amount of horsepower out of your VW air-cooled engine. We'll be testing headers, ignition systems, single carb versus dual, heads, camshafts, along with many other modifications. If you don't want to miss anything, be sure to subscribe.
Went up to like 32 total.
Oh, 32?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So where are we at now? We're about 10.
10. Clean.
Sounding better?
Sounds something.
Yeah. And the oil pressure is still fine.
Yeah. What? 52.5 and 87. Our torque, look at how much torque we picked up. The last one was 78.49.
And that's just having the proper advance.
And now that we have advanced that's working, yeah, and where was our max torque? Our torque came in, yeah, 22.29. And our horsepower is still peaking out around 38, 3900.
So the same there.
Yep. I think we try to back it up again.
Yeah, let's back it up. Almost 53. It's not a bad engine.
It's really not a bad engine at all.
No, I'm really happy with that. I thought it was a piece of crap, to be honest with you. The rest of the car is.
The way things started, it surely was.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was. And how accurate you think the factory rating was? Do you think it was just like an estimate they threw out there? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there was some. Well, I don't know. It probably was accurate.
Think so?
Would you be proud of a 56 horsepower engine?
Not proud as hell as 53 right now, to tell you the truth.
I mean, if they were going to lie, they would be like,
yeah, give it 75,
make 60.
80.
Yeah, exactly, you know?
Huh.
So they probably were like.
So this is a fairly fresh. I mean, it's got to have, the rings have to be pretty decent.
They've got to be.
And the valves are working right.
Right.
They have to be.
Right. I mean, now it'll be interesting to go in and actually see where the valves are adjusted once it's cooled down and like.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
yep. You want to do another pull? Take that belt off?
Take the belt off.
Let's take that belt off.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we got.
Okay, no belt driving the generator or the fan. Let's see how much horsepower all that robs from the motor. Now, of course, you don't want to do this all the time because it will overheat. Oh, crap.
So what do we'll see if it just pops up. Yeah, 60. 60 and 87.
Putting the velocity stack on the carb now.
Now we'll try it with a velocity stack.
I saw a 60 pop up. Almost 60. Holy crap.
I mean, we're 60 horse.
What was it before?
Velocity stack, barely any difference.
Barely anything.
Barely. I mean, 1.5 foot-pounds of torque more.
Okay.
And believe it or not, that velocity stack, we've tried it on 100 engines, and it does that. So we're dead on 60 horse, and our highest so far was 53.
So 53 with the belt on?
With the belt on. So we're picking up a solid, I mean, exactly 7 horsepower.
No wonder the drag racers always take their belt off before doing a pass.
Yeah.
Because that
You pick up the extra horsepower and you don't explode a fan. So
yeah, true.
yeah. So to get this far, it's impressive.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely a success.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think you actually have an engine that's worth. I think this is worth doing something with. And the crazy part is, like, now I'm interested to see, because you look under it. I mean, it's not like it's recently rebuilt.
No.
I mean.
And the valve covers are old crappy, and yeah, it's been leaking oil for a long time. And
This almost looks like the type of engine that has never been split apart.
yeah,
You know, never been
that's
opened
what I'm
up.
thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, once we actually pop the valve covers and see what it looks like inside, based on what we drained out of it, I can almost tell you what it's going to look like
What do you
inside.
think? What's your prediction? Is it going to be a bunch of crud?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you think the gas going through there cleaned it up?
That's it. That's true. That's just, you know.
It's probably all sitting at the bottom of the pan now. We take the
We need to pull the
and see what that screen.
Yeah.
That screen is probably
Yeah.
plugged.
We'll put heat in this later on. Pull the plug, pull the sump, get everything drained out of it, and actually see what's inside of it.
Now going forward, because this is just the first episode of this series.
Yeah, this is.
So what do you think we could do to get some power? And just simple stuff that people can do without taking the motor out.
Yeah.
And in their own driveway.
I think we go straight to nitrous or turbocharger.
I was thinking blower, but yeah.
I wonder what the difference between I've never messed with a standard size pulley and a power pulley.
I've heard that people swear by them.
Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? How much does it slow the fan down? It depends on the RPMs that you're actually driving at.
Yeah, but we could try. I don't know. We could maybe try a different header, although that's pretty sexy.
It's a really nice piece, but I think we need to do an exhaust change to try to pick up a little bit of power. I think rocker arms. We know we've got a stock. I'm sure we've got a stock camshaft.
I'm sure. Now, what would like a ratio? What is it? 1 to
1.25s and then 1.4s.
Okay.
We could try.
And that's a heck of a lot easier than putting a new cam in, because with a cam you'd have to take it all apart, split the case, and
exactly.
So the rocker arms would give it more lift.
Yep.
So it'd act like a cam, but I mean, there's pluses and minuses of doing that.
Another thing is, where is the jetting at right now? We either need to add an O2 bung so we can actually see where the air-fuel ratio is at.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even though it's running good,
right,
it could run better.
It could run better. A jet change might pick up another 3-4 horsepower.
No kidding.
Surely. Yep. A lot of times everybody thinks like that's really dialed in and that's a sweet spot. Well, it's really not. It could be miles off. You know.
We don't know what the plugs look like.
No idea. Not a clue.
They might be. Who knows?
Who knows what they are?
Yeah. The gap might be way off, or it could have 4 different types.
It's a possibility.
We could maybe throw double 2 barrels on there. See if it's beneficial with like a stock.
With a real live stock engine.
Yeah. To see if dual carbs actually make a difference.
Yeah. See if it just floods it out.
Yeah.
So that would be good. O2 is our next step.
Yeah, I think that we should just keep on going, just adding a little bit here and there, and seeing what these changes actually do.
Right.
I mean, because without a dyno, we're just guessing.
Right.
At any kind of horsepower gains.
Oh, it sounds like it's faster.
Sounds like it's faster, yeah.
Yeah. Now we can actually now we can start moving forward with some ideas of actual testing because you have something worth testing on.
Yeah, we know it's not junk. I was afraid that it was.
I pull 1 and pull 2. I was I wasn't confident that we had anything to work with.
No, I'm surprised. I was shocked that it held together. 'Cause it did not look good with all the juking.
We ended this episode at 53 horsepower.
Now we have no idea how this carburetor is jetted, so in the next episode, we're going to dial that in by using an O2 sensor.
The goal is to get to 60 horsepower by the end of the day.
Now, spoiler alert, we do get there, but it took some very unconventional methods to get there.
At one point, it involved an air compressor, a shop vac, and a certain liquid out of the first aid kit in the bathroom.
It worked.
This is just the beginning. There's a lot of modifications we can do to build power. You're not going to want to miss a single episode, so be sure to subscribe and get a notification when they're released. Thanks for watching.